Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Here with you right now. This is going to be the first video story that I've done. I've uploaded a few shorts in the past, nothing serious, but a lot of people that know these stories about me just tell me that maybe other people would like them. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see just how much other people like them. And my name is Mullet Joe. As you can see, I've got a nice luxurious mullet back here going on. That's how we do it over here in South Alabama. But anyway, uh, we're just gonna dive right into it. So whenever I was 15 years old, we lived in a town called Chickasaw, which is in South Alabama in Mobile County. Lived in the projects down there. Yeah, I'm a dude that grew up in the projects. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The story is I had a buddy of mine. His name's Tommy, and a couple other dudes, Chris and Todd and Charles, and I think that was all that was with us that night. But anyway, this was about maybe a month after the song Midight in Montgomery came out, and we just thought that song was so awesome. And my buddy Tommy had gotten a Gran Torino, a big green Gran Torino. It was a nice car, really fast. But anyway, I had snuck out of my house that night to go hang out with him, and we decided we was going to take that Gran Torino and we was going to Montgomery. We was going to be at Hank Williams' grave at midnight, you know, because of the song. We thought maybe he was going to come talk to us. And anyway, so I guess it was probably around maybe 9:30. We had loaded up, all of us, back seat. I know there was three of us in the back seat and two in the front. So we're heading up there, and we get to Atmore, Alabama. We have a blowout on the back tire, and crazy. Had no spare whatsoever, and I'd snuck out, so I'm freaking out. I don't know what. I'm scared to death. I'm just really scared because my mom, she wasn't no joke, and so I mean we tried to think of every solution for the problem, and the best solution that we could come up with is that everybody except for Tommy, which was driving, gets out of the car and sits on the hood since the flap was on the back. And yeah, this was our bright idea, and in our minds this was going to work great. We was going to try to make it to a gas station or somewhere, see if we could get a plug the tire and get some air in it. Well, we're about a quarter mile from the exit in Atmore. I don't remember exactly the exit number or whatnot, but so yeah, we all pile out and we're all just kicked back, laying against the windshield, legs stretched out on the hood. There was four of us just sitting on the hood, and Tommy, he's cruising at about 15 miles an hour. We had a flat. It was rough, and it didn't help not one bit, the fact that we all got out and got on the hood. I mean, I don't know what we was thinking. I guess that's the mind of a 15-year-old. And yeah, so we're driving down this 2-lane road. We're all kicked back. He's running about 15. Well, our car passes us. Well, we see it when it starts getting close to us. It just stops in the road. Well, we drive right on by. Turns out it was a sheriff, or I'm sorry, it was a local cop from the Indian reservation that was there, and he stops dead in the road. We all look. We see that it's a cop, and I mean we're just so young and clueless at the time. We didn't think anything was going to happen to it. But anyway, this cop, we drive by him, and he gives us a look like, "What in the hell are these idiots doing?" And immediately after, as soon as we got by him, he just spins around and he gets the bubble gums on us. He pulls up beside, rolls his windows down, and dying laughing. He said, "Please pull over. I need to talk to y'all for a minute." So we pull over. He gets out of the car. He just can't stop laughing. Can't stop laughing. And then after we tell him why we were on the hood, he was like, he had no response. Which I wouldn't either to this day and age. But I mean, like I said, we were young and clueless. We had no clue. Uh, our brains hadn't fully developed yet. You know, we were Southern boys. Anyway, so this cop, he's like, man, I'm not going to arrest y'all. He's like, even though that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen or heard of anybody doing, he said, I will remember this the rest of my life. However, since we were all underage, none of us were 18. The oldest was Tommy. I think he was 17. I was 15. Todd was 16. Charles was 15. And Jeff. Jeff was 14 or 15. I can't exactly remember anyway. We were all close friends at the time. Anyway, yeah, he gets the tow truck to come get the car, pulls it back over to the police station, brings us in there, and by this point I'm just really freaking out because, like I said, Mom was no joke. She didn't put up with that kind of stuff. But before that, I really had never really done any kind of sneaking out, running off, or like that. Uh, so yeah, he gets us back there, and instead of him calling, he makes us call our mamas and tell them they have to come get us, or we can't go. We're not under arrest. He didn't put us in jail. He put us in a room, actually. Well, I mean, by this time it's probably 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, it was God, it was a mess. Just thinking back on this right here, I mean, I'm just wondering what was going through my mind. And at this point in my life, I was never really done any drugs, drinking, or none of that. I wasn't into none of that at the time. So this was all completely sober, which is baffles me to this day. And yeah, we call our mom, and I call mine, and boy, she's mad. She hung up on me. She said, I'll be there to get you when I get there. So everybody else's mom showed up already. This is the next day, going around 12:30 or 1 o'clock. Everybody else's mom came that night to get them. Mine, she waited for the longest time. And this cop is like, well, is she coming to get you? I mean, if not, she's like, we're going to have to move you to a jail cell. And finally, anyway, she called and said she was on her way. She told the cop she was on her way. And Mom gets there. And of course, Mom walks in, and I'm just scared. She didn't say a word to me. She just told me to get in the car. Well, I got in the car. And I thought we were going home. We passed the exit at the house. I'm like, where are we going? She's like, we're going home, but before we go home, we're taking you down to the youth center and dropping you off. And, oh man, I was scared to death. Never been in no kind of trouble with the law or anything like that. But Mom was about to teach me a very, very valuable lesson. So we get down to the youth center, and of course, the guy that she had done called this guy and had everything set up, unbeknownst to me, I wasn't going to jail. This was a scare tactic, and it scared me, no doubt. So we get down there, and of course, this guy, the one she talked to, he comes to the door. He has to buzz us in. Of course, the door's locked. This is a jail for youthful offenders. And immediately he handcuffs me as soon as I walk through the door. Immediately he handcuffs me. He takes me directly to a cell. And this cell, I mean, it was probably maybe 6 by 10. It wasn't very big. And it had a huge concrete slab. Well, this concrete slab was the bed. He tells me, this is your bed. Get used to it. You're going to be here a while. Oh, man. I'm just scared to death. I mean, and I was like, well, I'm really tired because I've been up all night and the whole day before. So we actually, I asked him, I'm like, man, can I get a pillow and a blanket? He's like, no. He's like, that's your bed. Get used to it. Long story short, yeah, they leave me in there for maybe 4 or 5 hours. He comes back there, and he comes in to get me, and first thing he says to me, he's like, you ever gonna do this again? And I'm like, no, sir. He's like, all right, come with me. So we go. Mom's out there, everything, and everybody is finding this funny. Of course, I'm 15 years old. I'm scared to death. And of course, I didn't stay in jail. I went home with my mom that day. But because of that, I got put on probation for 6 months. Yeah. And it wasn't really a bad probation. It was more like a slap on the wrist probation. Like I said, mom taught me a valuable lesson. And yeah, well, this was this was my real story of the midnight in Montgomery. And this is Mullet Joe telling you, please like and subscribe. It don't cost a thing. If you like what you hear, I'm going to start uploading more stories, and I've got plenty of them because my life only gets crazier from there. Wait till we get into the drug and alcohol era. You're going to not believe some of the things that I tell you, but they're all true. All true. So yeah, if you would, if you like it, I mean, I'm going to try to at least upload one video, maybe every other day. I'm working. I'm not trying to get rich off of this. I'm just telling these stories because a lot of people that I've told them to said other people may like them. So yeah, we're going to try it. I mean, if it does good, it does good. Just please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment below. Uh, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Mother Joe out.